I've had some interesting downloads talking with the energies on the other side in dreams this morning. Gosh. Anyhow, and I'm wondering how we're going to break the spell with all of the people that have been affected by what's going on here. We're watching our country go down in the drains. I've watched quite a few friends turn to the dark side, and it's been kind of surprising. But when I find out that they continually and watch particular channels of news, it's been kind of this consistent downfall of everybody, and it's shocking that the propaganda machine and what they've been doing to the media has really been working. So my question to everybody is, how are we going to break the spell? Now, I've been working with Jerry with Star Magic and Kaya Ra. I don't know, since 2010, I think, or 11. I don't think he's been around as long as Kaya has. Kaya has an initiation with the divine feminine, and then the Sophia dragon that has been here on the planet before. It's just been a long time. It's still in our writings and stuff like that. So as I'm sitting here going, okay, people, how do we get this the spell off of everybody? Because when I talked to the friend of mine a couple of weeks back, when I hadn't been feeling too good and I wasn't calling her back, when I did finally call her back, she said to me, shockingly, that I had been cloned by the Mexican reptilians, or the reptilians, and I had been cloned and harvested down in Middle Earth. And that's what she told me. That was going to be the excuse on the reasons why I wasn't speaking to her. Then I've had other, and she was being influenced by somebody that at a particular store. And then as I heard her say that, I said, that's sort of ridiculous. And she's like, well, I think that you're one of the strongest divine feminine women I know. And I don't understand why you would allow yourself to be cloned like that. And I said, so how would you know I was cloned? And she didn't have any idea of what it was. Was it I speaking differently? Did I, jam some information down her throat? And then she's like, well, I've met reptiles in the past when I was in my 20s and stuff. And I said, okay. So what did they do to tell you that they had been cloned? Did they shapeshift? What did they do in front of you? But anyway, that was going to be her excuse on the reasons why I quit talking to her, not the fact that she had voted for the wrong person and stuff, and the fact that we've had a lot of corruption with this whole election and stuff. But how are we going to break this curse? How are we going to get the women and men to start doing their inner work? And there's a lot of us that are out there that are, where the problem is that everybody has got this idea that our laws are going to work. He is breaking the rules. He has taken down the Constitution. He's done a lot of stuff already. And we're watching our country fall apart, and they're totally okay with it because they're underneath that particular spell. So one of the key code initiations that Kaya does that I particularly liked is grounding with Mother Earth, praying over a glass of water as you sip. As you sip, reading the initiation out loud. And when you go through it, there's so much information in here, it's almost shocking. Her book is called, I read this years ago when she first came out. I used to have classes up here because nobody, but I was, I had a few people that were interested in it, and then I would get maybe one person to show up. But it is the Kaya Road, the Sophia Code that she channeled. Sophia is a particular source that had talked to her when she was out in Massachusetts. She is one of the survivors of the trafficking of the women and stuff. She's one of the survivors of that, which is shocking that they actually let her live. She tells her story quite a bit online and everything, but I kind of feel like that we need to break the spell. And she's got all of this initiation in here, is all of that. And everybody's kind of their own particular backstory. And then, like, here's some of the stuff that she has written. From within, I summon the panic that I cannot save myself, because that's what we're feeling right now. In America, from within, I summon the anxiety that I'm inherited separate from God. From within, I summon the grief of never being good enough for God's love. I summon within our self-mutilation of punishing myself to be good enough. I summon the despair of my actions that hurt others in the name of God. So this is part of the initiation and stuff. This particular one is Isis, who is one of the highest goddesses on the planet. From what I've gotten some information from, Isis was one of the first that actually birthed us here on the planet, not what we've kind of learned over the years. As we go through this, she's got all these different types of initiations and things. And when you go to do the initiation, you need to speak in front of a mirror or create a beautiful altar which has flowers and candles if you want. You can intensify it by adding yourself to your own particular medicine wheel or a particular altar and stuff. You light the candles to focus your attention and assist your transformation with the element of fire. And I was just doing a ceremony yesterday with a Incan and using the fire as a blessing for manifestation, which I had never even heard of before, and it was really beautiful. He used a lot of incense. I like to use incense and essential oils. Rose is one of my favorite. Use some sort of ambient music that actually relaxes you and lets you go. Read your initiations with a friend, and if you take turns activating one another. If you can't do that, then use the mirror, because the mirror is reflecting that energy back to you, which is part of what's been going on. There's a lot of projection of what they're doing onto others so that they can keep everybody in a place of confusion. Listen to recorded initiations as you fall asleep. She's got this book underneath Kaya Ra, and where is it at? I can't think of that the bookstore that you can get on there, Audible. And so when she initially started to do the Ascended Masters, talking to them, I've been awakened since 2009 and 10 is when I got my full awakening and had this huge realization about everything at that time. And so as I started to come into that awakening, she came into my life, but nobody even knew who the hell she was. And it's such a deep, it takes you deep. It takes you into their stories of the divine feminine all the way to the white buffalo woman. So maybe every day or something like that, we can, do a little bit of the page, because the initiations are pretty intense. If you want to go get your own book and things like that, you can. And there are super strong entity things that are going on right now. Like, we did a prayer over the actual football game the other day to make sure that everybody was sort of in a protective bubble of protection, because they've been doing some really weird stuff in the energy field lately. And so I've been really feeling that a lot. And taking a little sip of water here. So that would be how to get started before you go, anytime you do stuff. The way of the sacred human journey. We are all humans on this planet. The unknown path is inspiring practices of self-realization. And if you are in your final destination, which you have really never left. The way of the pilgrimage from form to remember with the Holy One, the living master of light. That's beyond certain things on this planet that we ever remember. We have to remember that we are innocent, and everybody that's going through all this crazy stuff has been sucked down basically, and we're all been just basically flushed down the toilet with all of this crazy stuff. I mean, the reality is that if he completely disassembles and takes away everything from us as a person that's running, this government and everything, we don't really need a president anymore. If they're going to just make us go state to state, then we don't need any of that. That all needs to be, either transformed into something better, or he needs to completely go away, because we don't really need him. He's just somebody out there dictating to everybody what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be enslaved and all of that. And this book will free you from any type of enslaving, because you're going to be able to speak your truth and create your sovereignty and stuff. There's other types of codes and things that could be implanted and that can be removed also. So when we take our journey and stuff and we realize that we are a human experiencing all of the things, but we also have a lot of oligarchs that have been in control of a lot of different things here. And so we are the I am presidents. We're the ones with the, divine and immaculate. And we've been and always have been. We just forgot who we were. Problem is that we've got a lot of people that are, they've been basically brainwashed with the way that all these news channels and stuff. I haven't watched news since I woke up. I quit watching it years ago because I don't find that you have any critical thinking anymore. And so the divine energy is coming through, and that's part of what we're going through now. I've heard some other things that have gone on, but I haven't really felt like the information. I think we need to really stand in our prayer, the divine feminine, right now, because everything that we're going through, that they're trying to take away from us, because they just want to be these, controlling people. There's no love behind anything that they're doing at all. So the divine prayer of Christ, divine mother of all life, take me to the place, take me within the womb where I know no thing but can be reborn anew. The lady that had the awakening and stuff, and the type of breath of life and stuff, Sophia spoke through her, and the divine dragons and stuff. It's going to be the year of the snake. It's going to be a very prosperous year for everybody, but some people are taking it wrong, because the Bible has the snake as an evil entity and stuff versus what it truly is, which is wisdom. But we've lost our way when it comes to symbology and stuff, from people hating crows and owls and stuff like that, and just they take symbols that give you strength and have wisdom and stuff like that, and they completely make it something very different that's always some sort of detriment. And it's kind of awful that we still live in our society, and that we have all these very strange processes and stuff that are hidden underneath a particular thing. Even the Pope is talking about how that he doesn't believe that that he's actually a person, or has some sort of a soul. But I'm trying to figure out what other pages that we could be doing. If that would be right now, just kind of getting your altar ready would be good, and then going and getting some candles. White and gold is really good. If you want something that has to do with green and stuff like that, there's a few stores that are probably online that you could pick up candles and stuff like that, and get incense and things that you particularly like. I like sage because it kind of clears the room of any type of negative forces and stuff like that. But I also like to use the Palo Santo or whatever, the wood. Yeah, I'll show you. This is regular sage. Here, this is the stick. I haven't burned it yet. This is what they call Palo Santo. And you can pick it up. It's ceremonial. And then this one's just got a mixture of sage and other types of dried flowers and stuff in it that somebody gave for me at Christmas time, which is kind of surprising. Thinking back of who they are now. But one of the big things that I like to do as a person that does a lot of ceremony is the golden cicada. It's a ceremony that I had learned from a feng shui master years ago. And let me know if you guys want me to teach you how to do that and stuff. It's pretty powerful. Kind of clears off kind of like the shell that goes on to us from all of these things that are happening. But right now I just felt like you need to get your stuff for your altar, get that ready to go. Get flowers if you love flowers and the smell of essential oils. I like doTERRA and I think it's Nature Sunshine is the company that I prefer on the on some of the essential oils. Their prices are comparable to doTERRA and stuff. You can use the other company. I can't think of their name right at the moment. I can see their brand. It's out in Utah too, next to doTERRA. But anyway, get your stuff ready to go so that tomorrow that you can be ready to start reading. And we're going to start breaking some things that are happening here. And don't forget to still continue to call, your senators and things like that, because I haven't really seen too much on our side. But I'm going to upload this and onto YouTube and I think onto TikTok. So you guys have a great day. And my name is Lisa Marie with Awaken Naturally. I'm going to change all my stuff over to that in the next day or so. So have a good day, guys. Bye.